This is the Symposium podcast with E. Wright and Romero.
Let's talk about part 2 of St. Patty's shenanigans.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Fuck. March 18th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It started off with my man E and myself at Morrissey's having fish and chips. Morrissey's, not the best fish and chips this year. Kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. Hopefully you make it up. It's okay, we forgive you.
Yeah.
But, moving on. After that, we go out to North Loop. Grades. What were your thoughts when we just tell the people what happened when we went to grades? It was very short. It was short-lived. But
dude, it's St. Patty's Day, so everybody gonna be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
This makes sense though why it was like that, because if you think about like the year up, it's gradually but the crowd has been changing, and it looks like it was getting gentrified and young, and dog, that day, like it's been like that. It's been getting like that.
I know, I'm laughing because you came at my life, because she was like, you're an old ass nigga for real. Because I asked you, because I was like,
why are these kids here? Like, why are the kids here? I'm like, that's so conservative.
But they were kids.
They were
like,
kids.
Like, not kids that I'm 21.
No,
it's like,
they were children.
Yeah, I'm like, why are children here?
Playing bag toss and shit. But when we went upstairs, bro, it was the whitest.
I didn't know you was gonna say that.
The whitest function. What were you gonna say? It was the whitest function. Most awkward. We're standing in the middle of that motherfucker. You ever seen like one of those diagrams where it's just a speck?
You are here.
Yeah. We were there.
We were there. We definitely stood out.
And I'm just looking around like, what the fuck is going on?
I didn't think about the color part. Like,
oh,
everybody
really?
being
That's
white.
the first thing I thought about. I looked around. I didn't want to move. I'm like, shit. I felt like we didn't belong here. And it's weird because we were just having that conversation.
We were, yeah.
And
that's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. That takes me back to. God damn it. That takes me back. I think we were at basement. Yeah, we were at basement bar when you met Will that same night.
Yeah.
I asked you a question about something, and you were a few drinks in, but you was just kind of you was peeping the scene, looking at everything, and you said some wild shit, and I was like, "What?" And you were like, "I don't know. There's a lot of white people here." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Eric."
Not to be all over the place, but the base of our night, I do remember you kept trying to give us fucking waters, dude. And I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out of here with this water, bro.
My friends are assholes.
Yeah, man. He was trying to take care of us. And we're like, man, we don't fucking water. Like, what is this, dude? Like I'm trying to be drunk, nigga. He was just trying to look out. Like, he literally just slided water. He wouldn't say a word, just like, slide of water over here. I was sipping like, dude, I'll look at it like, what the fuck is this, dude? Ain't no tequila in this water.
Fuck you. Respectfully. And fuck Nate. Hey, shout out to Nate. Nate. Whenever Nate has come on,
mm-hmm.
Nate has only been on for like one full episode, but he's been on it like in passing.
Yeah.
That's the shout out to my man Dean Davis. That's a good dude. He's dropped gems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially talking about the educational system.
Yeah.
Or excuse me.
Him and Big Dog C Woods, they doing their own with the mental health podcast.
We should get him on.
Yeah. I mean, to us, I don't even think I should have to ask to be on Nate's fucking podcast. But
oh, that's not what I meant. Not Nate. I was talking about. We'll move on.
Well, I think Nate doing it with him, but.
Oh, for real?
He on like every fucking episode.
For all the audience
Nate
members,
likes to separate his friends though. He's like that.
Nate,
I'm calling you out.
Bastard!
Because
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
he
true.
does.
We're not gonna get into that too much because
No.
this is a Symposium podcast. We focus on mental health and other various things. No, but shout out.
But don't they do anything over there, man?
Yeah, shout out to them.
They was like on stage and shit too. I'm like, damn, man.
We do need to connect with them though.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was I gonna say? Still thinking about thought-provoking episodes. You want to know what's funny?
Wait, we gotta finish the St. Patty's.
Oh, right. We're still on shenanigans.
Yeah, we're still
on random order shit.
So yeah, but that shit was fucking wild, bro. Like, just standing in there, I'm looking around like, I don't want to fucking be here.
That's what I was saying. It wasn't color that so much stood out to me. There's something about North Loop that, like, it's a certain kind of culture.
Yes.
You already know. You know what I'm saying? So when we were there at Gray's and looking around, that's what it was for me. I was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable here.
It was funny because for me it was like, damn, there's a lot of white people here. They're like, yo, I don't think this is our party.
It was not our scene that night.
No,
not at all.
Terrible, dude. It was so bad. So bad.
But moving on from there, we went from there to Cuzzy's. Excuse me. Cuzzy's was low key. It was chill.
Yeah.
But what a fucking great game. Great basketball game.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah, and then we went to Smack Shack.
We went to. That's the part.
That's for another story. Yeah.
Yep. So we went to Smack Shack, and Eric was telling me about somebody that he was meeting up with, a friend.
Yeah.
And when we got introduced, he's like, I know you. And I like immediately, it was somebody that I went to school with, like middle school. Like we went to middle school together.
Shout out Cole. Yeah, he was like, dog, did you go to such and such middle school?
And I was like, yeah. Shout out to Cole, man. Like that's a good dude. Mm-hmm. He's always been that way. Mm-hmm. I didn't bring anything up that time, but he dated a friend of mine that I went to school with, like back in my private school days. I went to a private school. I'm sorry, back in like from 4th to 6th grade.
Cranbrook, that's a private school.
Hey, nigga, don't put me in. Don't. Romero has never tried to portray himself as a thug.
This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence.
Not once, not ever. But yeah, he dated a friend of mine that I went to private school with, and I just thought that was funny. That was always in the back of my head. That's a good dude, though.
Yeah.
He's a really good dude, and what he talked about that night, because we all thought it was funny how we knew one another. Like, what is it? Is it? I don't know what they call it. Like 6 degrees of separation. Yeah. Like, you know this person's connected to this person.
And I know him from another person. And I know the other person from another person. So it's just funny how that works. I know you from another person. You know what I'm always saying? Fuck Shazad. I'm always
that was the second. I don't know. That was the second thing I was thinking about. Shazad has ghosted everyone.
I was only mad that he acted like he knew who the fuck I was that day. I'm like, bro, I've kicked with you multiple times. Like, are you scared of me right now? Like, god damn, he looked like he didn't want to give me eye contact. I'm like, oh, this nigga.
That's funny for so many reasons. There's so many reasons.
I've probably been saying fuck Shazad for like 3 years now. And I haven't seen Shazad in 3 years. I don't think.
Shazad, I still got love for you. You need to make amends for that, though.
No, you don't.
You say that every time, but still.
No,
I just think that's funny because you and I were cut from the same cloth, and yet he acted that way towards you. Although Shazad is still Shazad, because like I said, he cut off everybody. I'm like, the fuck, man.
Well, maybe he was going through something where he, or maybe he just don't fucking know me. That's why too. Like, but still like
it's just Shazad being Shazad.
act like, oh, what up, man?
Yeah. But moving on. But no, yeah. I went to middle school with Cole many moons ago, and it was just crazy how you just never know. You never know who you're gonna like come across, and they can know your whole fucking family.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that was wild, and it was good. It was good. There were two things about that interaction that I walked away from that made me happy. One, it was good to see him and know that he was doing well.
Yeah, yeah.
And two, it was nice to know that he was connected with somebody who I also respect, which is you.
Thank you.
Like, yeah. Like, I love when good people meet good people.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, if you're gonna have 6 degrees of separation, it's like, you need to be, let it be people that you really like, yeah.
Genuine and positive.
These guys will build a community, 100%. So, and that's what he was talking about too. About men, specifically black men, coming together and doing things for the community.
Yeah.
Building a network, basically.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. That was the good moment. That was like the, oh, this is great. Then nonsense happened. Who, can't say her name. Who was the girl? She was blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was funny. It was a funny interaction.
Hilarious.
It was a very funny interaction.
Yeah.
No names though.
Yeah.
But basically, saw people, started talking to them. Nonsense occurred.
Yeah.
If y'all want the special, you're gonna have to pay $5 to that Patreon.
Yeah. But yeah.
After that, so we left Smack Shack.
That was my uptown days.
That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh god. So we left there. We went to, where did we go? We went to Nolo's. Okay. Before I say anything else, I'm gonna ask you: do we touch on this or no?
Oh no, that's what I was just talking about.
You were talking about Nolo's?
Yeah.
No, not that one. Not that one. I'm talking about old girl who. Remember, somebody took a picture of her and posted.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I thought you were talking about. Oh, we can't talk about no.
No. And I wish I could because that was funny.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about no. We can talk about no.
We can talk about Nolo's. We can't talk about that part.
Yes. Oh no, we can't talk about that. Yeah, you're right.
Talk about okay.
Yeah. Okay.
First things first.
Sorry for talking in code. First off, I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh, fuck this shit. We're all over the place. Welcome
Tyler. Are you want to say Tyler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to 100, y'all. I'm actually really happy, dude. This is exactly how I wanted things to go. What did you think? Did you hear it?
Yes, of course.
What did you think?
It's amazing.
Yes, I agree.
I think it's
100%.
funny that he's so like dope that he called the estate sale is so dope. But nigga, that's the deluxe. Like it's the deluxe. Dude, don't think about it. It's the deluxe. Bro.
No, I 100% agree.
To call it
the estate sale.
that's so dope. That's just a dope name for a deluxe album because there's songs that didn't make it. Yeah, so this is the deluxe, nigga. But you're a genius.
Exactly. Thank you.
So you did it right.
Did you see?
I like Dogtooth more than Sorry Not Sorry.
Oh, you're good for you. That's good. You're drunk. Sorry Not Sorry was good.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I said I like Dogtooth like
over Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah, like I would listen to Dogtooth.
No, Dogtooth was good actually.
Yeah,
it was really.
I like
good.
more of the rap. You know what I mean? I like.
You want the bars.
Yeah. But I didn't say no. Sorry Not Sorry is amazing. Like, but I just like I would go. The replay value for Dogtooth is more than Sorry Not Sorry.
I agree with you there. Like he was definitely in his bag with Dogtooth. And music video wise, like I don't really care for music videos, but those I was like, nice. You know how I am. I like concepts. I like when people dive deep. Sorry Not Sorry. That was I'm
No, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I've played that fucking song over and over here.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's amazing. I just, like, if I'm like.
Bars, nigga.
Yeah. Trying to get hype, trying to pregame.
Fuck all this metaphorical shit. Bars. Yeah.
And it's still metaphorical, you know?
Yeah, true. But yeah.
I like them trying to rap.
Y'all go out and go purchase the deluxe album of Call Me If You Get Lost. Yeah.
All right, get back to
the nonsense. Know those?
Yeah.
No. Smack Shack.
No, those. Oh, it was
Smack Shack. Yeah. Smack Shack. So there were some people there that Eric knew, and they were nice young ladies. Mm-hmm. One of them was tripping over some nonsense. First of all, but then suddenly she gets on Instagram and she sees a picture of herself. And what made that funny was no one knew who took that picture.
Yeah. We were all in the
like we were all in the picture.
It was on it ended up on the North Loop main page or whatever.
It was on the main page for North Loop.
Which is clearly an event going on.
But she was freaking out. She's like, who took the picture? And it was like, it's just a picture. But when we were like, but who took it though?
Yeah.
Like who?
But no, she was only freaking out just because she thought it was a bad angle.
That's right. That's why it was funny.
Yeah.
She's like, look at my face. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm looking at your face. What's it saying?
It's the same as, just stupidity.
Yeah.
Bottom line, just nonsense. But she was funny.
Yeah, they were cool.
They were cool. Now let's get into Nolos.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass this one off to my man.
No.
Because I don't know what to touch on.
Nope.
Like,
well, you can figure it out, and I will jump in. But you gotta start somewhere because you motherfuckers like to talk to the people.
Who?
Yeah. You guys.
Hold on. Time out. Let's make something very clear. Eric always likes to say, you like to talk to people. You like nigga, you like to talk to people too, but the difference is you're not gonna go up to somebody and ask them questions.
Absolutely.
You're the person that comes in mid conversation or like, oh, they started? Okay. Let's be clear.
Alright, so where do you want to start?
We get into Nolos.
Yes.
E and Co.
Area,
They order food and stuff. And there happens to be someone there that they know.
Yeah.
From
years,
years way back when.
Yeah.
Very nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Very wonderful human being.
Super dope.
Honestly, super dope.
Living a completely different life.
Completely. Like a 180.
Yes, completely different life.
And
shout out to her.
Mm-hmm. And she's just talking to us and just good vibes. And this is on me. I 100% take responsibility for this.
That's all I was waiting for. That's all I was waiting for.
I 100%
Literally, that's all I was
take
waiting
responsibility for.
That's all I was waiting for. All right, yes.
That's all you wanted? It's
yes.
like, is this nigga going
Yes. Talk about, you started off. All right, keep going.
All right, so as we're talking and stuff, they want to wrap up the conversation, but she said something about her partner.
Yes.
And I didn't even think anything of it. I just got into psych mode and I asked a question. I asked a question about her partner.
Oh.
And it was from there that she was like, oh, well, hold on. She brought him
Which
over.
we already knew, but you clearly didn't know. It was kind of like, like one of those, like, all right, we're not speaking of it because this is weird.
Yeah.
But you said it. I just remember looking at you like, he don't know. He didn't know.
I did not know.
He didn't know.
I was not aware of the history of fuckery. I was just Ro being Ro.
Yes. I was going to say, he didn't know, and Roll, just roll. Like,
it's like, this is a very unique person.
Yeah.
Tell me about your life.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Which is fine.
But what was funny about that interaction was meeting her partner.
Yeah.
Like there was some funny shit that took place, and it's like, man, you are like, you're a different human being.
Yeah. And I know there were words on that ride home. I know there were words on that ride home, bro. And they had a long ride home.
Yeah, I can't say where, but they were out there. They were out there. I was like, how the fuck are you here?
About a 45-minute Uber.
But it's very interesting couple. I know we like talking in code. We can't really tell you all the details, but
yeah, don't matter.
It was a good night. It was a lot of shenanigans. I can tell you that what we walked away from, like what we got from that conversation with this couple was, no matter what happens with a couple, if you really want to be with somebody, you'll work it out.
Oh, absolutely.
That was like the main thing.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
That's good. I like how you wrapped that in there.
Like no matter what the history is, whatever has happened, if you really want to be with that person, you'll figure it out. You'll work it out.
All right. Is that point? Because all I'm gonna say was, it was so wild when you're just trying to be cool, just play it cool, like whatever. And then at the end, Buddy go,
oh yeah.
well, yeah, I know you.
I know you did. I know you used to blah blah blah. I was like, what?
Why? Why are we talking, bro? Like, why are you hanging out with us right now, bro? Like, that's weird.
Okay.
That's weird.
There was a lot of, so we're talking about 6 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah.
So
and the motherfucker knew every degree.
there was a level of entanglement with people.
And then at the end, I was like, yeah, I know. So I was like, what?
But that's what made it. But remember what he said though. He's like, I was out here.
Yeah.
I was doing blah blah blah.
And that's knowing yourself, knowing like.
Know yourself.
That's real. That was real.
That was the big thing.
He was a real nigga, actually.
Like just a genuine, a genuine dude.
Because it couldn't be me, bro.
No. That's very big of you. Like, it 100% could not be me.
Couldn't have been me, bro.
I'm a jealous motherfucker.
Nah, we'd have got the fuck up out of there.
Fuck this nigga.
We'd have stayed on our side of the bar. Yeah.
But that was, a genuine good dude. Like,
Yeah, he actually was.
Like, he really was.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Wanted no ties, didn't want to talk to him, got to talk to him, was like, oh wow, you're actually a decent human being. So that was part A of NOLOs. Part B are 40 to 50-year-old women.
Oh man, dude.
And it started off very casual. I'm sitting at the bar with my people. A lady is ordering me a drink, and she makes a comment about my suit jacket. I had clovers on. There's a picture somewhere. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then we got to talking. And it was from there, her friends came. And we just had a whole, it's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Your man's Isaac. How we doing? Good?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Tight.
Yeah, I forgot Isaac pulled up. I love Isaac, man.
Isaac is fucking funny.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He is hilarious.
That's a dude who's funny, but raps like he raps gems and jokes.
Yeah,
that's the best way I could put it.
Genuine, like Isaac is so dope, man.
Shout out to Isaac.
And I always run into him like randomly. Couldn't even tell you where he actually lives, but like he's always around, no matter where I'm at. Like I run into him, and he's always looking out for everybody else.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Great dude.
He's a really good dude.
Always looking out for everybody else, man. Shout out to Isaac.
He's like, I appreciate you. I'm like,
and he really means that shit.
I know. I'm like, you're good, man.
You want to talk about like trenches. We like when you would go to college with somebody,
Mhm.
you see them at the low, and I'll see them now. That's now when you talk about the college and now, man. That
Yeah.
shit like.
That's a different. There's like a big
Yeah,
change.
man. Shout out to Isaac, man.
Big ups to Isaac. Hopefully we run into you this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got into some nonsense with 40 to 50-year-olds, and I have to say that because there were ages there. And here's the main thing that I remember from that night. Excuse me. I remember all of this fuckery is taking place, and I remember looking at you, and you weren't looking at anybody. You were just kind of looking away. And I was like, I think he's done.
Yes.
I was like, I'm pretty sure.
I was very done.
I'm pretty sure he's over this shit.
I very much so wanted to go home.
What made it funny though, that moment, the 50-year-old was talking to him and like leaning on him and shit. And I was like, oh, he's done. He's definitely done.
I really wanted to go home so bad. Like, but I'm like, you know. Yeah, it was. I was over it.
Do you want to know what the funniest part was though? Yeah, outside of you like being done.
Yeah.
The person that we were talking about, right? The person that knows you and Co. How she came over and she engaged with them earlier, but when she came over, and she was talking about how they're going.
Yeah.
Like she continuously whispered in our ear, like, no, they're going. We're like,
we don't care.
they're married, they have children. She's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it probably did, but it's like, we don't care.
We just want to go home, man.
Yeah.
Call it a night.
We want to enjoy our drinks and go
home. Yeah. So that was St. Patty's Shenanigans Part 2. No, that was long-winded and very random, but honey. So yeah, out of everything that has taken place over the 2 St. Patty weekends, question 1, what was the highlight for you? Let's start there.
Out of both of those days?
Out of both of those, oh fuck, there are 3.
3 days?
Well, remember, we actually went out St. Patty's Day. We went out the day after, but then we went out the week before as well.
Oh, the week before.
We were in St. Paul.
Yes, the week before was a highlight. The week before. It was a highlight because...
Shout out to Kyle.
yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I think it was a highlight before because it was just crazy. Like, that should have just been the weekend. And we should have
been done.
Yeah. But it was a highlight because I don't go to St. Paul. And that was cool.
Yeah, funny thing is, the bar that we were at, apparently that was like the bar.
It is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's my 3rd time being there.
Here's what's funny about that. And I've been meaning to talk to you about this. So when we went from St. Paul to the Loop, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying, oh, you should have kept the jacket. That always stood out to me. Like, that sticks with me to this day. Because I'm like, I should have kept it.
Why did you not?
Here's the reason why. I changed because I had it in my mind. I was like, oh, we're going here. There's a certain style that you have to be in. And then I thought about it and I was like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And it's so ironic. Like, the reason that I changed is the reason that I hate going to that place.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
So that's why you see me in this motherfucking jacket right now, apart from episode 100. My man Eric, he told me, so when we went to the Loop, we went from St. Paul to the Loop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we was kicking it, doing whatever. I was in St. Patty's attire, as I would. And then we went to the Loop, and I changed. And when I met up with everybody, he's like, you should have kept the jacket. And I laughed it off. I didn't think much of it. But later on, as the night went on, it's like those thoughts, like that, those words stayed with me. And I was like, I should have kept it. from that point on, I made a decision. I was like, from this point on, anything that I really feel like this is the thing, I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I mean, that's just your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
100%.
I get both sides.
Okay, we've been into this bitch for like an hour and a half. My man has to go.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
Why are you mad?
I said I'm not mad.
Oh, you're not mad about it. Okay.
I'm not mad about it.
I was like, why are you mad?
No, this has been great, man. We haven't talked about shit.
We've talked about stuff.
This episode was supposed to be for reflecting, and we've done a great job doing that.
We've been all over the place, but we've definitely gone down memory lane.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask you. I have questions, but let me ask you this: would you like to continue?
Yes.
Or you want to continue?
Yeah. What time is it?
All right. Then let's pause. Let's pause everything, and we'll come back because I'm harsh.
Okay.
All right. We'll be after these messages. We'll be right back. We back. Boys is good. We've hydrated. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm very happy.
Good.
Episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
Boys are just reflecting. Going back to the question of thought provoking, there were a few. One, I give her too many props. I always see her and I'm like, I give you too, like we shout your name out a little too much. Shout out to JC. Big ups.
You hate first of all.
I don't care. Shut the fuck. She gets too many shout outs. Too many.
Okay.
She gets too many. She gets too much love. That's a lie. You can never have too much love. You can never have too much love. But that was a good episode for me. Cause
because the outcome of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
And you shared that with me.
A lot of wonderful things came out of that. Some family stuff for her. I thought that was wonderful. That also gave me insight to. Well, it's two. Like one, having Jake on and talking about ADHD, and then from that to her being on the show and talking about ADHD and autism. A lot of deep stuff there. I thought that was good. Also, shout out to Benny. A little weirdo, a little entrepreneur. That's a good dude. I think that was a good perspective for the youth.
Yeah.
It was a good dude. Like a real good dude. And I don't mean weirdo like he does creepy things. It's like he moves to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck about what anyone else is doing.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Which I respect. What else? Are there any other like episodes that stand out to you in terms of thought-provoking or funny? Or like
I think we really touched on a lot of them really. It's just so many like I think that was the beauty about this podcast is like there's a structure but there's not a structure. You know what I mean? Like we can it's just open to express how you feel, you know, and what you feel.
I was going to ask you.
Which is important.
100%. So let's get down to this question. Now having 100 episodes under our belt, reflecting, how have you grown as a person? From episode 1 to now.
Like, as far as...
Whatever. Like, not so much in terms of... I can't really say whatever if I'm going to explain this.
Yeah.
Not so much of, like, technical difficulties and stuff
but
like that.
I mean, are you, like, pertaining to the podcast?
No. Really just as a person in general. Because there are moments, right, where we'll talk or we'll have somebody that we interview and we'll walk away from it like, you know that.
So you are talking for the podcast. You're talking about like effects of the podcast, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think you just meant in general, like.
No.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. I would say, excuse me, honestly, like it's a big. I think it's a big change because like this is getting me to open up more about what I'm going through mentally, or because I don't express myself enough, but I do on here.
yeah, that's you touched on that.
And it's making me more comfortable to express it off of here. So,
Can you
if that makes sense?
Yeah, for the people, I was gonna say. I mean, for me, it sounds clear as day. But can you give an example of that as far as what it looks like to be expressive outside of the pod?
What it means to be? Oh, just kind of like, when I'm having conversation with people, just kind of like not being so passive or not being like so shut off. I'm actually like leading those conversations because since we started the pod, if you are a long time listener, like I've lost 3 close people to me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I didn't know how to deal. I still don't know how to deal with that, but I didn't really know. It's like keeping a lot of stuff in, and that's not good for you. You know, so for me, just being comfortable to talk on this mic in front of this camera, and posting this shit makes me comfortable in real time.
Yeah.
Talking about, how I feel, and because hopefully it helps somebody else or it's helping me more. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference. It's a big difference from 1 to 100. And it's just like just finding that space to be comfortable, and it's what I've done. What I'm continuing to do. So it's legit, man. So
I respect it. That's really good, dude. I'm very happy for you.
yeah.
I've already said it, like I respect it, but I'm very happy to see that sort of growth with you, where just even being in the mental health space, you question some things, or things come up that you never really thought about, and then you start to like wonder, and then you take action, like why don't I do that? So, which is funny. Nice little segue. The same thing goes for me. Doing this podcast while I've been in the mental health field, be it work or education, I'm always given that reminder. It's like practice what you preach, basically.
Absolutely.
Like we always talk about checking with your people. There have definitely been moments where I've kept to myself about things. Yeah. And I would think about what we're doing, and immediately I'd hear that voice in my head, like, you need to reach out. You need to connect. Yeah. So.
And we talked about it a little bit. When you was going through that,
Yeah. We'll hold off on that. We'll save that save that for another episode. Yeah. But 100%, there's Rose Gold, who started at episode 1, is very different from who you see today.
Oh, absolutely.
Learned a lot, and
absolutely.
it's been a fun, hectic adventure, like journey. That's what I should say. It's been a fun, hectic journey. I think out of everything, the worst thing with doing a podcast is probably technical difficulties.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, and the thing that we still run into is technical difficulties.
Absolutely.
The fucking the board, man. Oh God, hate it. But we move on. A lot of wonderful. Oh no! Thought provoking. Do you remember the interview or the episode that we did with Amber?
Oh yeah, damn, I forgot about Amber. Yeah.
The episode is titled Wounded Healers.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that.
That was a good episode. That was early. Shout out to my homie Amber.
Damn, I forgot about that episode.
That was a really good episode. Amber is somebody that I've known for over a decade now, and she helped me get into the mental health field. And even from being on the podcast, when she talked about being wounded healers, that always stood out to me. And I was like, that's true. How can somebody connect with someone if they haven't been in their shoes in some shape or form?
Right. Damn, I forgot about Amber.
That was, I completely forgot about that one.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, that was season 1.
Yeah.
So y'all go check that episode out. Wounded Healers. That was a really good one. But no, that also reminds me. Do you know what the number 1 episode is? I've told you this before, but do you know what the number 1 episode is for us?
For us, number 1 is what?
Overall, like out of all the episodes we ever put out, the one that people go to the most.
Oh, go to the most. I don't know.
Yubba's Heartbreak. That episode was where we touched on the history of marriage. And we talked about Drake.
Yeah. hence the title.
Yeah, hence the title.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting. Was it thought-provoking? For me, no. I mean, yes and no. But we were touching on marriage, like why people married way back when, like the kings and queens era, all the way up to the 1950s and stuff, and how marriage is looked at today.
Yeah.
That was an interesting episode. Y'all go check it out. Yubba's Heartbreak.
Season
1. A lot of things happened in season 1.
Yeah.
a lot of shit happened. All right, now here's my really big question. So I've asked this in different ways before, but here we are at 100. For you, what do you want to do now? Like, what are you gonna work towards?
That's for podcasts.
Podcast.
As far as the podcast, I want to work on us finding a consistent space, where it's like more professional. Mine is more so like what goes into it. Like, I want to get a better setup. I want to get a space for it.
You like to produce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were definitely like the man behind the scenes.
I love
100%.
I want that to be better so we can be more consistent. So we can be more serious.
Yeah.
Not saying we're not serious, but like
professional.
Professional, yes.
Just so y'all understand, my man he keeps me
Yeah.
he keeps the schedule like for the podcast 100%. I'm always like, we'll just see what happens, and he's like, nigga, no.
Yeah.
We need order. We need to do this. I need to know this. Like, we got to 100 because of how this man operates. Just to be clear.
So that mostly just the production wise, I want us to, because I think if it's more consistent, we can navigate it better. You know what I mean? So, but same question for you. What would it look like for you? Because I'm assuming it's a little different. But.
We're on the same page. I definitely want, production-wise, I'd love for us to have our own space. I know we're not there, but it would be great to be in a space where we feel comfortable. We don't have to worry about somebody barging in. And even if there are technical difficulties, we know what they are and we can tweak them.
Yeah.
Outside of that, the main thing that I really want, more guests. I want more guests because I want to hear. I would like different perspectives.
Yeah.
Like there's one person who I have in mind. I haven't reached out to them yet, but their knowledge and passion regarding people who have seizures. Oh my God, that's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
I think that would be dope. But that's what I said, that's what it all comes down to, like us being in a consistent space where we can like, all right, hey, boom, boom. Unless, you know, we just work it out that way, which is it's fine also.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're also to give y'all some background, E and I have known each other for almost a decade now. And to do this podcast is great, is wonderful, but we've also gotten very fucking busy.
Yeah. Yes.
As adults, it's definitely
Yeah.
gone from, hey, what you doing? We going out to, hey man, you got time for this thing?
Yeah.
So we very much want to continue to do this, 100%. We just have to figure out how we can transition from this being a hobby to it being something much more than that.
Yeah.
Because we love the interviews, we love connecting, just us two, and we very much love having a platform for y'all and y'all being with us. Also, hit us up on the socials.
Absolutely.
100% recommend that. All right, we've been talking a lot. I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's been good.
It's been something. Let's do last call.
Yeah. No, I'm
100%.
Yeah.
What do you got for the people?
For last call, I don't, man, for this episode, it's
Been all over the place.
Yeah, man. Just a thank you. Honestly, like I don't have.
Just thinking that.
Yeah, just thank you to those of you that tune in consistently. Thank you to those that just checked us out. You know, like when we started this, and I think it's still, I think it can go up from here, but you know, it's still not like it's real to me, but it's like somebody asked me at the store today, it's like, why you getting like 100 balloon, 100 what? And I was so nonchalant about it. I'm like, oh, just 100 episodes. She's like, what? I'm like, oh, my friend and I do a podcast. She's like, oh, that's cool. What is it about? And I was like, oh, you know, just mental health and just stuff like that, like various topics.
Yeah.
And I was downplaying it so much, but she was so interested in it, and just not even realizing, like, you know, this is something.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not wasting our time.
But that's us.
Yeah.
We're never like, oh yeah, we got this motherfucking podcast. It's like, yeah, we got this thing.
Yeah, so then I was walking up, like, well, congrats on 100 episodes. I hope, you know, continue. I'm like, yeah, so just that, man, like, you know, just thank you. Like, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out, watching the videos, subscribing, you know, the socials, all that, man. And especially to our guests, man, people we've had on, you know, just people close to us, and I think that's really dope, man. Just get a different perspective on everything. You know, like I'm very appreciative. I'm very grateful. I get to do what I do, get to do it with you. You know what I mean? And I think it's just dope, man. I think we are two very creative people and expressing ourselves how we want to, man. So I think it's very dope.
Okay. Shit, you touched on it a lot. I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay if you do, man.
And kids are wilding out right now. Just as my man said, I'm very thankful for the people that tune in, especially who've been with us since day one. You know, we really aren't the same people
that
we were when we started.
Not even, yeah.
So thanks for hanging in there with us, and not only seeing us grow, but growing together.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in and laughing with us, and really walking away like, hey, you know, them boys said something.
Yeah.
What y'all think about this? So.
Right.
And I hope that we continue this. We got 100 under our belt. That was a goal for us.
That was a goal.
We have achieved it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of us. Now we got 100 more. If we should be so blessed.
Right.
I look forward to the future, but you know, that's I think that's last call for us overall. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, man. It's about that time. It's Friday. Yeah, I forget it is Friday.
It is Friday. All right, and bring us home.
Motherfuckers starting to bug out in the building, man. I hear kids from every angle.
We gotta go.
But yes, man, 100 episodes. 100 episodes, man. Like I said, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to Symposium Podcast. This is the 100th episode.
100.
Might be 102, but
true.
but it don't matter. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. I go by the name of E. Wright.
Rose go, baby.
Go in the building with the green on.
Yes,
all right. Remember, if it costs your mental health, it's too expensive. All right.
Yeah.
Symposium Podcast episode 100.
We out. Appreciate y'all.
It's your boy Jay Jones checking in. Just want to say congratulations on the homies E. Wright and Romero on the 100th episode. Y'all have been a true blessing. Coming in the form of a podcast. Keep doing y'all thing, man. We're going to keep listening. Stay up. Much love.
It is Kayla and Marcus of Full Circle Television, and we want to wish the Symposium Podcast a happy 100 episodes. What you got to say for them, babe?
Oh, man. Keep up the good work. What y'all doing is really great. Don't mind this filter that's on my face. But I do want to send y'all congratulations, man. And I wish y'all nothing but the best going forward. Continue to make an impact, man.
What he said. See y'all in the next 100 episodes.
What's up, being real? Congrats on your 100th episode. I hope you guys are proud of yourselves. Keep going. You guys are doing great.
Yo, Ian Rowe, 100. I love it, man. I'm so happy for y'all. So proud of y'all. Keep it going. Y'all got 100 more. Love y'all.
I'm a big stat guy. Went and looked up some podcast stats, and not many of them make it past 5 episodes, let alone 100. That's 2 years of consistency outside of balancing your personal life, careers. So shout out Symposium. Congrats on 100. Keep it 100 for 100 more. Cheers.
Man, it's been 100 episodes already. Congratulations, Symposium Podcast. Man, Ro and Eric, you guys have been nothing but amazing. You've shared some amazing stories, some informations that we need to know. You've helped us tap into topics that we wouldn't even think about. I look forward to hearing 500 more of your episodes. Congratulations, guys, and you guys are killing it. Keep doing what you do.